So thanks so much for coming on the show today, Zach. Um, if you could just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for the invitation, Robin. It's so great to see your face again and have an exciting experience over the internet with you and with all of your listeners. So, yes, what do I do? I am the global master trainer for Novalash Eyelash Extensions, and I have been in this role for about 7 years. I'm so lucky to have the job that I have because I'm super passionate and I really love coaching, supporting, and mentoring lash students all over the world.
Perfect. Also, for anyone listening, Zach taught me my very first lashes. Love it.
I'm a very proud lash coach and mentor for you as well.
So is beauty where you always thought you would be? And what did you do before?
That's a really good question. And I'll be honest, I did not think I would end up in the beauty industry. But what's really interesting is so many different aspects of my life revolved around beauty. So when I was younger, one of my first jobs in high school in the summer, I was working at a friend's parents' law firm. And I was, stuffing envelopes and doing, very basic things. But I always heard how incredibly professional the reception team was. And I always enjoyed that level of luxury customer service that they were providing. And when I did go to university, I had summer jobs as well, and I would work for real estate companies and admin and just doing little things here and there to get some extra pocket money. But my first real job in the industry was when I finished university and I was back in Manhattan, job hunting for that corporate career. It wasn't going so well. It was at a very difficult time in my life. So I actually moved to Prague with a bunch of friends from university, and we were all English teachers. And that's when I really got inspired through teaching and working with people to discover, not just hidden talents, but positive traits and giving them confidence. So being a teacher in Prague was an incredible experience. And then when I moved to London and did a master's degree, I thought my life was going to take a very different path. But again, when I graduated, it was very difficult to find that corporate career. It was during the recession of 2008, 2009. So I actually went into retail and I got a job with a British high street cosmetic company and very quickly worked my way up. That is when I realized how much I love customer service, working with the public, and obviously formulations, how products are made, and how products are actually marketed to a target audience. I then worked for an Israeli cosmetic company doing more of, say, regional managing, trainer training, employee engagement. It's a bit of a tongue twister. And I really, really found my favorite footing there. So when it came time to, work with Novalash, I knew what I was good at. I already had my talents knowledgeable to myself. I loved coaching and mentoring. I loved teaching and public speaking. And I also really enjoyed new market development. So it was really a match made in heaven. And that's sort of how I landed up where I was now. So all throughout my life, all of these different experiences definitely paved the path for me. But no, my younger self had no clue that I would be in this position now.
That's so crazy. Like, I guess that you kind of have been in the beauty industry a long time before Novalash as well, though, isn't it? That's
Yeah, yeah.
cool. So do you still do lashes yourself?
Absolutely. As a lash artist, you always need to keep that muscle memory in your fingers and hands well trained. So I wish I had more time to do lashes, but I do work for Novalash Corporate, and you do see me traveling all over, teaching classes, working with distributors, but I have to lash at least 3 times a week. That is really the minimum I believe anyone practicing a craft should be involved with. So 3 times a week, I do lash. I have a very lucky select group of friends that are incredibly spoiled because they come over, I do their lashes, I play around, I experiment, I keep my muscle memory going, and they walk out the door with some pretty fabulous lashes. But the rule is I don't take clients. These are friends that I get to practice on.
Lucky, lucky friends. So you are Novalash Global Master Trainer. So explain a wee bit, how did you get that role then?
Well, when I started out at Novalash, I actually met the previous UK director. Her name is Heather Hughes. A lot of listeners might remember Heather. So she and I met each other, sort of, she discovered a little bit about my talent and my passions, and she offered me a job at Novalash, which is super cool. And we opened the international office together and really expanded the UK market. And I was doing training in London, Manchester, Edinburgh, and Dublin every single month for many years, building the UK market. She was building the international business and distribution network. And throughout the years, I sort of worked my way up. I really gained a lot of skills from Heather and also in my previous careers and jobs, and obviously my education. So I married all of that together. And I proposed to Novalash sort of a position that would really help with the global side of the business. And luckily they accepted it. So that's how I got into the higher level position that I am in at Novalash. But I still have my fingers in all different, models of the business. That is so important. So you really understand how everything works. And that's where I feel super grateful, because I understand distribution networks, purchasing, logistics, selling, marketing and advertising. So yeah, my now position came from, a working side of the company through training and business development.
Yeah, it must be really good to know, like, obviously Novalash is a great company, but you know, like, all sides of it as well. So that must be really interesting too, though.
It really is. And it gives you an incredible appreciation for business dynamics,
Yeah.
and how an incredibly big global business works. There's so many small details that people might forget when they're purchasing, Novalash's award-winning adhesive and products and training courses. There are incredible details that happen behind the scenes to bring you just a single product through licensing, registration, shipments, logistics, design. So I love that when we have a finished product in our hand, I know the
Yeah.
steps from conception to literally delivery to your front door.
Mhm. So how many countries, sorry, do you train in?
So, I did a little bit of counting before we're talking right now. So I have taught classes in 15 countries for Novalash. I'll quickly list them off. So we have the UK, Ireland, Israel, Hong Kong, Thailand, India, Australia, Canada, the USA, Iceland, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Czech Republic, and Switzerland.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
very fortunate.
so I know it might be hard to choose, but what's your favourite to teach in? What's been your favourite country?
One of the most colorful and beautiful countries I've ever seen is India. And it's not on a lot of people's radar when they think of a destination. People might think of Thailand or maybe the Seychelles, the Maldives, or the Caribbean. But India was mind blowing. I had an incredible sensory experience, from the taste and the scent and the vision of everything that you take in that magical country. They really do call it Incredible India, and it lives up to its reputation.
That's crazy. Yeah, do you know, I thought about this as well. Obviously you go and you teach lashes and it's for Novalish, and that side of it is so much fun because lashes is what you do as well. But you must, like, in yourself get educated on places that you're been, and it's like spiritual, I guess, as well. I would think so.
It truly is. I like to do a bit of research before I go to this country and obviously study any customs or business norms. So, for example, in some Asian countries, it's very appropriate when you hand your business card to use two hands when you hand over your card, or even a method of payment, whether it's cash or credit cards. And, those little types of business steps or professionalism and cultural appropriations go a long way. So I always like to understand where I'm going and what to expect before I get there.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny, I thought I was just thinking about that there when you mentioned Thailand. I remember I was in Thailand in November, and the next day after I got to Thailand, you had posted that you were doing training in a salon in Thailand in Bangkok. I was in Bangkok.
We just missed each other.
I know.
Next time we definitely need to coordinate. And it's funny you say that. I have been in countries posting photos, and I've gotten messages from, let's say, people from high school or university, and they said, Zach, I'm here too. And I've actually met up with them after a decade, 12 years, halfway
Good for
across the
you.
world.
That's so good.
Mhm.
So for anyone that's maybe just starting out in the lash industry, what advice would you give them?
Number one, invest in high quality education and incredible products, because you do get what you pay for. And I would also highly recommend practice, practice, practice. Now, practice takes time investment and investment in the products that you're going to use, but it will pay off in the long run. If you dedicate time to practice, perfecting your skill, and really making sure that you have a high quality service that is worthy of customers paying you money, that's a really good step towards success. And another tip I always give new students: create yourself a Lash mentor that you can go to and ask questions for help and support. And that's something I love. All of my students know they could always reach out to me with whatever questions they have. And that's some of the things I love, is watching them succeed, watching them grow and develop. And it's probably one of the best methods of reward as a, as a Lash trainer, as a Lash guru, is really coaching. So I say to new students, all of the practice and all of the questions that you ask are going to pay off.
Yeah, that's good. I think as well, obviously, we're during this pandemic at the moment, and I've not been lashing for like 2 months. So I found myself yesterday, I was just practicing like fans. I was actually doing a set of strip lashes.
It's great. I, as well, am doing exactly the same thing. Twice a week, I am practicing on strips on a mannequin head, because I can't lose my muscle memory. I don't want to fall behind in my talent and technique. So it's really important that all lash artists around the world are using this time to continually practice.
Yeah, totally agree. So do you think it's a good idea for lash artists to go into competitions? Do you think that builds awareness for them?
Yes, absolutely. I'll give a side bit of guidance. So in the recent years, we have had Heather Hughes work with some competition organizers, and she's introduced a new part of the competition called New Volume. And New Volume is a Novalash technique of application. So traditional methods such as Russian volume required you to make a perfectly tapered symmetrical look with fans of the exact same dimension. So all 3D fans or 4D fans. New Volume breaks that mold and allows you to create texture, mixing your fan sizes. And it's been so popular, lots of competitions have actually seen more entries in New Volume than traditional Russian volume. So I think if you are a Novalash certified stylist and you're looking to enter competitions, look for competitions that embrace your type of application. And then yes, you should absolutely enter. It's great for building your confidence. It's great for your reputation. Also look for reputable competitions that you can get self-promotion out of, that you have great graphics and social media advertisements, because it will build awareness of your talent. It will build awareness of your brand and your name. And it puts you out there. It's going to test yourself. So I think competitions are great as long as you feel that you have the level of ability to enter. Go for it.
Yeah, that's good. I actually wasn't aware of the New Volume. That's really appealing though, because I know that Novalash, we do have such a different technique from your standard Russian look, so that's good.
Yeah, not all competitions offer New Volume, but some competitions in the UK and Europe are starting to offer them, and that's where we're seeing a lot of Novalash stylists get involved.
Yeah, that's good. Um, so, younger Zach, what were you like at school and growing up? And obviously, you touched on it a bit, but were you always interested in teaching, helping people?
Well, younger Zach was still incredibly social, incredibly outgoing, the popular kid. I was actually quite athletic in my younger years, believe it or not. I loved sports. I played tennis. I was on the fencing team. I rode horses. I enjoyed sailing. I liked doing cross country. So younger Zach was very active, very outgoing, very sociable. And I also did like academia. I love to study. I like to achieve. I went to quite a competitive school, so being part of scholastic activities was also important to me. Younger Zach did need a little bit of encouragement to study and to achieve, because I didn't have that talent where you read something once and you're an expert at it. So I had to apply myself. And I did like being out there a little bit in the spotlight. I did drama plays. I took public speaking classes, and I would like to say I was the friend therapist. My head is full of secrets that I've never told, and everyone would come to me to share their problems, and I felt like maybe I should have been a therapist because I already had such great skill sets. But no, I definitely now look back and think I'm in the appropriate role for my younger characteristics.
Yeah, I totally agree though. I think you are like a therapist. Well, I think not a therapist. Well, obviously, maybe your friends think that, but for me, I think you're quite positive in the way that you push people into things as well, and training and stuff. That's good. I
Well,
like
thank you. I
that.
really appreciate that. And I hope it shows. And clearly, you felt it. And I'm sure many of the other students, because success through the eyes of someone that coaches is, like I said, the best reward. It goes far beyond any type of paycheck. When you see people succeed that you've empowered and helped grow, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah. Mhm. So basically, stepping on that, do you believe in a positive mindset for success?
Absolutely. You need to be confident. You need to apply yourself, and you need to believe in yourself, because, if you don't love yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't value yourself and what you can contribute, I feel like you're missing big stepping stones, and it will show in society and relationships and in work ethic as well. I'm a very positive person. We've all had different trials and tribulations through life and loss of family members and difficult times. But waking up every day and applying that positive mental attitude is something I do. I wake up every day grateful and really happy to start my day, whether it's raining out or beautifully and sunny, whether I have to wake up at 4 a.m. for a busy day full of meetings internationally with jet lag, or whether I get to wake up in the comfort of my own home. I am happy. And I do believe your positive mental attitude and mindset will completely transform your day. And something I remember being told once: when you're stuck in your own head and you're having your own problems and your own mental anguish about something, it's only affecting you. It's not affecting anyone else. So
Yeah.
you have the ability to change your thought process just like that, and we will see a difference, and you will see a difference. So yeah, I totally believe in positive thoughts, positive thinking, and also surrounding yourself with positive people.
Yeah, I think that's a big one too, because I mean you can work yourself on being so positive, but if you're stuck with all these negative people around you, you're not going to get very far, I guess, aren't you not?
Very true.
Yep. So do you like to set yourself goals to achieve in your career?
I do. I think it's very important for everyone to have something to strive for, personally and professionally. I accomplished a professional goal at Novalash not long ago, the London Volume online course. I thought it was absolutely incredible that Novalash trusted me to work with them to develop a new type of mega volume technique and actually record the course with them in Houston, Texas. One of the coolest accomplishments of my professional career. So I'm so grateful for Novalash working together with me on that goal. So that's just one example of something that I've set. Of course, I have some more in the future, but what's exciting is we could say, watch this space to see what comes. And in my personal life, it's important to set goals, whether they're fitness goals, financial goals, travel goals, all of those matter.
Yeah, I think goals is good, isn't it? It's like good to work towards something. I think it makes you, I don't know, it makes you like do things more.
It does. It encourages and motivates, because if you've achieved a goal, you already know that you're capable of getting there, and it just pushes you further for the next one.
hmm I was actually speaking to Sarah Ann, the UK distributor for Novalash, the other day, and she has made me want to set goals in competitions with Novalash. I've not really done it before, so she's made me do that because her
Absolutely.
story's so good. She
Yes.
won the first year when it was like international. Amazing.
Yes. Sarah Ann is an incredible lash artist, an absolutely beautiful person,
Yeah.
and she has this business mindset to make lashing not just a job or a career, but a business. So I'm very inspired by her. And yes, she won the Lash Off competition the first year it was launched internationally, which is a huge accomplishment. So yes, all of these lash sisters and brothers in the community are achieving, and if they're putting their mind to goals, you should absolutely put your mind to yours.
Yeah, definitely. So we have two last questions to end the show. So what's your best and most worthwhile investment you've made?
This one is going to be very easy. Travel. If
Yeah.
you can travel through whatever budget you have, you will be richer than winning the lottery. The travel that I've been provided through my work life, but also my personal life, I'm an avid traveler. I'm very fortunate. My family traveled extensively when I was younger. It truly makes you wealthier, richer, and more knowledgeable than anything else in the world, because the entire globe is a massive place. And, you might just live in one country, but what's so valuable is to open your mind up to different experiences and thoughts and sights and sounds and tastes, because that makes you an incredibly diverse, open, and accepting person. So if anyone's looking for an investment, of course, finances, whether it's a house purchase or investments, great for the long run, but travel and see the world.
Oh, I love that answer. That's so good. So in the last 5 years then, what's your new habit or belief that has improved your life?
So I think as we all grow up and we get older, and I'm 35, and I've definitely had many years of experience living in different parts of the world. I think something that I've realized now, you definitely need to surround yourself with people that love you for who you are. You should not try and be in groups or social circles that are through false pretenses. Make sure the friends that you have are your true friends. You don't need 300 friends. You really only need 5 or 10 friends. And those friends are going to provide you with more love and support and encouragement than those 300 friends put together. So that's something that I would definitely say to people. Or that I've started to do in the last 5 years, is really focus on creating solid relationships and bonds with people. And also listen to yourself. As you get older, it's important to make wise decisions. And when you feel something in your heart and in your mind, and your intuition is gravitating heavily towards this decision, go for it. Whether it's a decision through work, whether it's a financial decision, or even a personal or an emotional decision. It's very important that we listen to ourselves. And you know what? If we make a mistake, we will learn from it and we will grow. But yes, positivity and listening to yourself and loving yourself is so important. I've started to listen to myself, and I've started to get fit and really enjoy the energy that comes from working out and getting outside in nature. And I've been so lucky in Scotland to make some incredible friends that have surrounded me and really encouraged me to, succeed. So those are some of the best tips that I would give anyone that wants a reflection on their past and a direction to go in their future.
Yeah, oh, that's so nice. So for anybody that's wanting to find you on social media, what is your social media handles?
Well, if you go to Instagram and type in the Eyelash King with just the space eyelash space king, you will find me. Also, we are interacting on social media, so that you can find me through your page. But yeah, if you want to see about my work travels and my journey through lashing, the Eyelash King is the place to go.
Yes, and he certainly is the eyelash king, everybody. So, well, thanks so much for coming on the show and giving me your time again, then, Zach.
It was absolutely a pleasure. It's so great to see your face. I'm so proud of your new podcast and your video cast. I love the name. I love the philosophy. And personally, I can't watch you continue to grow and succeed.
Oh, thank you so much.